Oh, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome to this live stream. My name is Alice. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Ascension to Love with Alice. If you are watching this on Facebook where I am actually live, do say hello. Say hello. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know how you are. And heart and comment as we go along. If this is resonating with you, if this is helpful, it really helps me know as well that these videos are, doing what they are intended, and that's to inspire, to uplift, and to help bring a little bit of clarity to what may be bamboozling us a little bit right now. If you're watching this on a replay, so if the little red live button is not red, then I'm not live, so I don't see in real time your comments. And if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for subscribing and for hitting the notification bell. And once again, do comment on there as well. It just really helps me see who I am reaching and how I can best serve you. So without further ado, that's a long enough intro. What is going on right now? So this is getting recorded on the 15th of December. There is so much happening this month. We know that anyway. This video is specifically for anyone who is out there searching. I want to say out there. I mean out there in their mind, in their soul, in their heart, wherever you are. If you have found this video, if you've stumbled across it, it is because you are meant to. So even if that is someone having shared it to you or tagged you or anything like that. But just trust that this is going to bring you the message that you need. So just let's open our ears here. So there is a lot of shadows playing out. There's a lot of spiritual ego getting triggered. Okay. And I say spiritual ego because this is mainly pertinent to those people, or what I've noticed, right, from what people have been telling me today and what I have seen as well with my own eyes, and kind of how I've felt as well. And like kind of, because we all feel the same energy, just how we respond and how anchored in our light we are as to what actually energetically our perception is, right, and how we can respond in a real beautiful way. Now, there seems to be a lot of articulate opinions showing up right now. There's a few things happening in the sky. I mean, someone actually said to me, "Blow my neck, is it a full moon?" Actually very close. Yeah, we are in the last stage of the waxing gibbous moon in Taurus as well. So, we've got that wonderful earth sign in there that's stubborn, can be stubborn in the imbalanced way, but the very sensual, very connected, beautiful Taurus energy is where the moon is currently dancing. And that's really important to know because Taurus is ruled by Venus, or Venus by Taurus, whichever way around that phrase goes. But Venus and Taurus very connected. Now Venus, is about to go into her retrograde. That only happens every 18 months, right? So she's going to go into retrograde. What happens when a planet goes into retrograde is that we go inwards, we go back, we slow down, we kind of do the inner work. It's the inner work time, and things from our past that we haven't healed and completed will show up. But Venus is also conjunct Pluto, which is the planet of birth, death, rebirth. So there is this influence kind of happening. The moon is nearly full. The moon does not have control over us in any way, but what she does is she illuminates, especially when she's full, because it's like her light is shining brightly, right? So she's illuminating the inner workings. And if we were to refer to the moon as the feminine, the sun as the masculine, the inner workings, the inner voice, the inner flow and rhythm, that's our feminine energy, and that's been shut down and shut off and desecrated for so many millennia. It is unreal. Now that is important because the more that she starts to rise in her light, the more that we start to reclaim our true aligned feminine, that sovereign feminine, and heal and bridge the gap between the wounded feminine and the wounded masculine, and the sovereign masculine and sovereign feminine. The more we start to do that, right, the more that our ego, right, which is the wounded part of us, which oftentimes as well is not always conscious, right? Sometimes we can see it, sometimes we can do the inner child work, and some people call that shadow work. And kind of navigate there through the subconscious, but the unconscious is where the true shadows are, and it's only in seeing the reflection with the beautiful souls around us that we actually have real access to it. And usually we don't see it within ourselves, we only see it without of us, right? I use the word without because I'm going to say as within, so without. The whole world is a mirror, right? Showing us exactly what we need to see. So what we love in another, that is what we love within ourselves. That's what we want to really, acknowledge within ourselves. And what irritates us about another, what may trigger us, that energy that they are portraying either is something that you are lacking, you are wanting, right, or you are actually embodying, but we've got this resentment within ourselves sometimes, oftentimes, most of the time, to be really transparent. We have that resentment within ourselves because we know that is not our actual true truth. And that's important. That's important because what is happening right now is this light is building as this more and more Christ light comes in, especially from the 1212 portal. Look at my previous post that I did on Instagram and on Facebook a couple of days back for that portal, right? You know, what is happening is this beautiful light is flooding in through our sun, the great central sun, activating us on a DNA level. What does that mean? It means that we are receiving more light, we are absorbing more, like a sponge that thought it was full, right? It's now going, oh, I can absorb more. That is what we are doing on a body level, on a bodily level, is that a word? Mental, emotional, and spiritual as well. What then happens is because we're absorbing more, we're expanding more, right? And the container that we've put around ourselves, the walls and the safety we've put around ourselves starts to crumble. And the wounded masculine within us doesn't like that, and the wounded feminine within us doesn't like that either. So we then kind of get a little bit uncomfortable, get a little bit irritated within our own skin. We start to look for reasons. We start to look for reasons outside of ourselves. We start to look for someone to blame and this, that, and the other. And it can be so subtle that we do not realize it's happening. It usually looks like someone pointing a finger and saying, that person's being rude, or me has said this and la la la, but in a really angry way. That's usually how that plays out. And that is what is being seen today by many people. And it's kind of like, what is happening? What's happening is our shadows are wanting to be integrated in love. And what happens is whilst we look outside of ourselves, right, whilst we look that way at others going, I'm not a fan of what they're doing, our shadow that is kind of shouting at us to see it, to acknowledge it, to hear it, that's going, you're still not looking at me. You're still not giving me a hug. It can be as simple as that. That might sound a little bit kind of, but that's really what it is. The shadows want to be integrated by the light. That's why light attracts shadow, shadow attracts light, because they want to be together in union. They want to be merged together, having this delicious rendezvous and this really gorgeous connection. And it's important that they do, because it's only when we integrate both sides of the poles, right, whatever that pole is, but it's only when we integrate that do we actually move from a space of the fourth dimension, whatever level of that we're in, into the fifth. And people, that is what they're striving for, and many people will get triggered by this because, even the most ascended beings that are leading many people and have many followers on social media and have been doing this however many years, and all the kind of traditional meter points, right, kind of like mark points that we give ourselves, and like, I've been doing this for XYZ years, and I've that's going to make me feel better saying that. And, I have this many people that comment and watch my videos and share my videos and this, that, and the other. And, we see all of that, but we are still in a fourth dimensional earth. We are still subject to the fourth dimension, and we have those moments. No one is really, I've never met anyone who is consistently anchored in the fifth dimension, because we wake up in this fourth dimension. And there are people that are accessing that numerous times in the day, but the difference is that whether we are dropping to the fourth again or not, and this is what is triggering for especially anyone that's in the spiritual world. This is the spiritual ego getting triggered, where we think we're further along than what we are, right? We think we've healed all of our shadows, or we think we've done all of this, and we've not, right? It's never complete. It's never complete, and that's the beauty of it. We love that. Our souls love that, but we cannot think to our soul. We cannot communicate through thought to our soul, right? I did a video on the heart-womb-mind connection, and I said in that video, the mind is only capable of translating and interpreting that which we absorb from our heart space and that which we bring in through the heart. So if the heart still has, if it's absorbing more light, that's great, but then the shadows come up with it. And, I even have people reaching out going, are you finding that there's just a lot kind of coming up? And there will be, and that's a good thing. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter who you are, what you do. We're all experiencing that, and it's good. And the wounded masculine within us, our pride is getting a little bit kind of triggered, right? Because we think we're further along than what we are. The structure that we like is getting triggered, and it will do, especially because of what we need to move through by the end of this year. In this space, in this gap, go back to the post I did on the 12/12 portal, right? That's what the space is that we're in. Venus is going into retrograde in a couple of days. Chiron is coming out of his retrograde, the wounded healer, right? So it's like that last push for Chiron to go, okay, anything else that we need to see, let's bring it out. You know, Mars is in Sagittarius now, which is great. It's adventurous, it's wild, it's free, it's frisky, it's all of that gorgeousness. But it's conjunct with the south node of the moon right now. So all your karma might be coming up today. You know, a lot of those restrictions, a lot of those past memories of what we've experienced and what has held us back before might come up today. It might come up around this space, this time right now. But the full moon will usher in a beautiful energy of kind of being able to say goodbye to 2021 in a really gorgeous way. There are so many that look at this past year in a very shaded light, right? Because our perception through the year, you know, we've not anchored ourselves consistently in light and chosen how we're going to respond to whatever is occurring. And the reality is everything is happening for us. But it's whether we're choosing to see that and asking for help to see that. We can consistently and continuously ask for help and support by our team of light. You are surrounded by an entourage of lights, right? That came here specifically to work with you in this incarnation, to expand your soul, to experience all you want to experience, and to collaborate and co-create and have fun with other beautiful souls and witness them in their journey and their growth and their beauty. You are all beautiful. We are all beautiful. And we are all perfect exactly as we are. Our hearts are ever growing, ever expanding. Mercury is now in Capricorn, right? So very kind of driven, forward, bit analytical, you know. So it's going to be get stuff done mode for that work energy, but also for communication, you know. So it might be a little bit kind of analytical, mental, how we communicate, which is okay, which is good, you know, kind of like down to the bottom line type of thing. But, you know, really the reason why I jumped on this video is because, you know, I'm getting a few messages right now with like everything is coming up for people around, like, you know, I can't feel this person, I can't, you know, I feel like I can't connect with my team of light, I feel like this, you know, I feel like it's just everyone's kind of exploding around, you know, and how they're communicating or whatever experiences we're having. It's okay, it's good because when that happens, if we're experiencing contrast, we're going to experience even more clarity with that contrast. And if you are experiencing anything that isn't as pleasant as you'd like it to be, slow down. We have to slow down to speed up. You want to speed up your ascension. You want to speed up how you're embodying light. You want to speed up how you're co-creating with the universe. You want to speed up your manifestations, your higher timelines. We've got to slow down, right? And the wounded masculine doesn't like that. The wounded masculine wants a war. The wounded masculine wants someone to blame. The wounded masculine wants someone to take down. The wounded masculine, there's no space for him now. We have to integrate him and up-level him and upgrade him and allow him to evolve into the king that he is, right? Who is charismatic, who holds the space, who protects the energy in a way that is free, right? Who doesn't seek battle because he doesn't need to, but he can hold his own, right? And he can protect those whom he loves. And I refer to the divine masculine not as a person in your life, although you may choose to look at it that way, but there is divine masculine and divine feminine, feminine masculine within every single human being, because our nature, who we are before we put on this body, is both male and female, right? Because they are two poles of the gender spectrum. And this isn't to do with gender orientation, any movement that the human race are going through, right? That's an interpretation of this energy, and everyone has their own, you know, expression of that, and that is beautiful. But focus right now on you. Everything that you see it as a mirror. What is triggering you? What is annoying you? Okay, that they are showing you, whomever they are, is showing you what within you is crying out to be integrated into light. if we can share anything with you right now, and I say we as the angelics and the seraphim want to come in, is be kind to yourself. Open up your heart. Open up your heart and look deep into your eyes and see your truth, see your light, and focus on that like you have blinkers on. That is all you see. And when that is all you see, that is all you create. And anything that comes towards you that may be seemingly knocking you sideways, you just go a little bit straighter on your track, even slow down to then speed up, and ask yourself, how can I respond to this from the highest amount of love that I can embody right now? How can I respond in the highest amount of love that I'm able to embody right now? Right? It's always a joy being here, and it's always a joy connecting with you. And anyone that is wanting to do some karma clearing, balancing out their karma, soul retrieval, that one-to-one session in the quantum realms, in the Akashic records, where we visit with a board of karma and you have an initiation through an ascended being, an ascended master, and the angelics, the archangels, they are on reduced price right now. If you're on my email list, or if you are on my Facebook, Instagram, which I presume you are because you're watching this, and then you'll see I've just posted a list of times for the last few slots I have this year available to help you in a one-to-one session, first come first served. So as soon as you book the session, you get first dibs of whatever time. Obviously, if you're booking a recorded session or a distance healing or a course, then obviously that you don't need to worry about time slots for that. And for anyone that is enrolled on Sacred Feminine Wisdom, that womb mysteries, those womb mysteries, red mysteries, we have our full moon wisdom call, where I'll be answering all the questions that have come in so far from whomever is enrolled. There is still time to enroll. It is a complete in your own divine time, at your own divine pace. So if you are wanting to reconnect with your sovereign feminine, if you're wanting to reconnect with that feminine energy, help her feel safe and expand her and connect to your womb and the sacred sexuality and sensuality and the power that is held within our body, within our breast, within our womb, within our yoni, then have a little look at it. Okay, you'll find the link everywhere, really, but you'll find the link on my website. You'll find the link if you go to the link tree at the top of this page. Have a little look if it's for you. That'd be an honour to send you the full course. And if you enroll before Saturday the 18th, then you will also have access to the live Q&A and full moon ritual. So anyway, I send you all so much love. Have a beautiful rest of your week. We have another video coming out on Saturday about spiritual law, which will help even further understand what our purpose is when we are trying, like what we're meant to be doing when we are creating, and how to really understand the laws that we are embodied within, which will be very helpful for many. And yeah, I have, I think, one slot left this week. So if you are looking for some angelic support, some guidance, initiation, attunement healing, if that slot calls to you, if that appointment calls to you, then I look forward to seeing you this week. So much love, so many blessings. I love reading your comments, so please leave them for me to read. And I'll see you soon. I'll see you next time. So much love. Bye for now.